and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, smooth 2024. I want to say big shout out to you for being here. My name is botswanapapi. This is the Football Power Hour. I want to say, man, I've been on the road. That's why I haven't been, streaming a lot, but I've been missing you guys. I've been missing this because this is actually a lot of really important therapy for me. But enough about me. We're here to talk about Manchester United. Oh my God! The club that we love. The club that we love is playing Spurs. Tottenham Hotspurs. You know what I'm saying? This weekend, ladies and gentlemen, Manchester United plays Ange Ball. Who? Ange Ball. I'm talking about.
Do you know Tottenham?
What?
Tottenham Hotspur?
Topspur?
No.
What's that?
you never heard of them?
No?
Let me tell you about them if you've never heard about them. We're also going to do a little bit of the power predictions update. We play this game on this channel where we predict every single game in the Premier League, every match day. We give a score prediction. And then if you get the prediction right, you get 1 point. But if you get the exact score, you get 3 points. And the table has shifted quite a bit. My goodness, I'm about to check it out. And we'll also talk a little bit about Jadon Sancho. Obviously, we have the happy hour tonight, and we're going to talk extensively about that because I want this show to be short and succinct. I want to just go ahead and talk about the important things. So please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new in these streets. As I said before, my name is botswanapapi, or you can call me Power Hour. You can call me Bots. You can call me whatever. Just make sure you hit that like.
Bruno Fernandes! It's Martinez! Just waiting on the back post, surely he'll be found. And Premier League goal at Old Trafford.
Okay. The first things first, we have to talk about Spurs. We're playing Spurs. What do we know about Spurs? They are higher than us on the table. How? I do not know how this new manager came in and managed to make sure that he changed. As I always said this, he is somebody, Ange Postecoglou is somebody that I have heavy respect for because he managed to come in to a Spurs, right, that was playing fossil football. You know what I'm saying? Fossil football. He was playing like this is the team that was coached by Jose Mourinho, coached by Antonio Conte. You can argue that they are the very, very defensively oriented coaches, and they have a very specific way of playing that is very counter-attack, very low block. But this time, Ange Postecoglou plays a high line. It is incredible what he has done with these players. Obviously, we look at how they had a very, very positive start at the beginning of the season, and then they had the injury crisis, lost James Maddison, Van de Ven, and the list goes on. And then they started sort of plummeting. They started sort of going down on a free fall. And right now, when you glance at the league table, you can say that Spurs is sniffing right behind that top four spot. It's got 39 points, while Arsenal have 40 points, Man City have 40, Aston Villa has 42, and Liverpool are leading with 45. So the specific thing about Spurs, though, is that they're ranked fourth. They're ranked fourth in goals scored per match. So they score about 2.1 goals per game. One thing for sure, we can guarantee that they are going to get a goal versus Manchester United at Old Trafford. Question is, will Manchester United get more goals? Meaning, will Manchester United win the match? My hunch, it feels like yes. I'll tell you why. The highlight that Postecoglou plays is sort of exactly where Man United thrive. We got Marcus Rashford. We're speed merchants, whether we like it or not. We are speed, counter-attack, FC. That is sort of our identity right now. And it's sort of, we've heard Ten Hag talk about having ambitions to make us the best transitional football team in the world. We know that Rashford is fast. We know that Haaland is fast. And also, it's actually a perfect time to do this preview because I just listened to Ten Hag's press conference, and I can tell you, it is incredible. It is incredible. We can now know that from the horse's mouth. This is no rumor. This is no Ornstein, Fabrizio, Chris Wheeler, whoever. You're not it is from Ten Hag's mouth. He said, Licha is back. He said, Casemiro is back. Not only is Licha back, Licha wants to get that center-back position. And matter of fact, we have footage of Licha, Lisandro Martinez, talking to Johnny Evans. We have footage of Casemiro talking to Scott McTominay. He says he wants his CDM position back. This is what Casemiro said to Scott McTominay. We have Luke the Shaw Beto Carlos back. This is what Luke Shaw said. I want my position back, and I'm gonna jump and take that left back position because we know we had an injury crisis. We signed a emergency center back who we've also let go. I'm talking about Serge Reguilon. We told Serge Reguilon au revoir. It's been nice to know you. For me, which was a little bit surprising because I actually rate Reguilon. I actually think he had a little bit more of an attacking presence than we actually really got to appreciate. So for me, it's nice to see the refreshing exodus of these players returning from injury. And Ten Hag, now is the time to judge him. All you Ten Hag outers that have been yapping all season, and we're only just more or less halfway of the season right now, this is the time to actually judge him and say, now you got your tools back. Your toolkit is full. Show us what you can do. You know? And by the way, talking about this press conference, I actually rated. I think if you're one of those people that do not like listening to press conferences, you have to listen to this one. It's actually one of the best ones yet this season because of the questions that the journalists were asking. They even went on this comparison path about Man City has signed players of very, 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 very big money, big value players who have performed for Man City. What's your excuse, Ten Hag? And Ten Hag was very, very tactful in the way that he answered it. And I do not want to paraphrase him right now, but I just want to say, go check that video out, that press conference out, because you will get an insight from the horse's mouth. This is not me. This is not Omo. No, Omo is Ten Hag out. This is not Mark. This is not who else is one more? KG. This is not Joe Blackman. These are not people. These are not fans. This is the man in charge telling you, listen, if I've had over 10 different center back pairings, you cannot really judge my defensive line with a very, very, very high standard because I have had to make do. I've had to make, I've had to be creative. I've had to call on partnering Kambwala with Evans. We've seen all kinds of combinations so far this season. And that is, for me, is a thing that I just feel this man warranted enough time to at least go to the end of the season. And then you can look back and say, all right, what you saying? I see some people in the comments. Let's go to what they're saying. Let me say big up to Lumen in the building. Big up to Brandon in the house. Lumen is saying, is this the watch along? No. It's the preview, the power predictions, and also the Jadon Sancho talk. Sancho dad is back. Oh my God. On this Sancho one, Ten Hag was asked, he was like, I wish him the best of luck. And that's it. And then another journalist tried to come in, shoehorn another question. He's like, no, I already spoke about that. And then another journalist also tried to sort of ask a parallel question to be like, what do you say about those players that do not perform? Because we've seen it a lot. We've seen players come. Matter of fact, we've seen Dortmund players come to Man United and not do well. I almost feel like Dortmund to Man United is what Brighton is to Chelsea. If you get what I'm saying. we've had Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan didn't work out. We've had Kagawa didn't work out really for like injury. I actually rate Kagawa. No, I rate Kagawa. But we've had people that we've imported from Dortmund and they just didn't work out. And this is now a question of like, will Jadon Sancho thrive? If he thrives, who looks bad? Is Ten Hag looking bad? Or this is going to be a very interesting thing to follow because both Ten Hag and Jadon Sancho have hills to climb. The question is, who has the bigger hill? I want to know your opinion on this. Brendon in the house, by the way, and seems like a guy who don't want to make angry. And seems like a guy you don't want to make angry. So I understand why the players do that. Brendon, I think Ange Postecoglou, bro, I would never want him to be my father-in-law, bro. That's not a guy that like you want him to be a father-in-law, man. He just doesn't, you know what I mean? He's like, or even your teacher. He comes off as like a principal type of vibe, If we're actually going to look at these managers as like sort of teachers, I'd say Ange Postecoglou gives head principal vibes. Ten Hag gives like math teacher vibes. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Matata in the house, by the way, saying, I honestly hate the voice of Ten Hag. Okay, fair enough, brother. Fair to you. The voice of Ten Hag, really? You hate his voice? Oh, man, I'm so sorry. I wonder what Ten Hag feels about it. Anyway, Compost was good. Compost in the house. My Lutata says I hate the voice of Mark. Mark, you're gonna come here and have to talk to Lutata, man. Lutata says he hates your voice. Never miss Rob says Papy saying we should judge Erik ten Hag in game week 21. No, game week 38. 38. Why are we so quick to judge though? Never miss Rob. That's no. He says excuses are there. He does not want to hear it. Oh Lord. Oh, he never miss Rob does not want to hear it. Brendon says you can always judge the performance of a manager and players, but you always have to take into consideration the circumstances. Hit the like button for Brendon because Brendon is speaking that truth right now. This is actually the crux of what I'm trying to drill at about how you have to review a situation. You don't just, Antonio context is the main thing you have to take. Anytime you're sort of trying to get an objective, a deeper, a thorough analysis of a situation, you have to look at all the variables that contribute towards that situation, becoming the way it is. And if you just look at things from face value, in my opinion, you're doing a disservice to the whole thing that you're trying to analyze. That is just my 2 cents. Of course, you're entitled to your own opinion. Luan in the building says, good morning. Got my coffee. What did I miss? You just missed Jadon Sancho. You just missed, I veered off into Jadon Sancho, but I really could just want to just wrap the conversation on the Spurs Man United matchup and say this is going to be a good game because Spurs are ranked 3rd away from home this season. That all games, they're 5th, but away, that sizzling form. Away, Spurs actually like to score early too, so we have to be switched on. The players have to know what time kickoff is, not 45 minutes after kickoff, then they start to play. Not 2 goals after kickoff, then they start to actually play. We want to see some fight. This is never miss Rob. This is the time to now judge Erik ten Hag, because not only did he say Licha, not only did he say Casemiro, he also mentioned Luke Shaw being back. He also mentioned the likes of Manny Mace on the way back. He's not yet back really on full training, as well as Malacia. There's just like a big exodus of players that are coming from the hospital back to the pitch. And that for me is what's exciting. Now, when we're talking about Man United side, right? Scott McTominay has had the most shots on target per match for Man United. So chances are Scott McTominay is going to start, even though I don't want it to happen. It looks like he's going to start. It's going to be interesting because Ten Hag said Casemiro is back, but we know he's not going to throw him straight into the fire like that. He's just getting back to fitness, right? There's something called match sharpness, which are two different things. We like to confuse that as fans. Well, like, if he's sitting on the bench, he should be on the pitch. No. I think Casemiro will probably get 30 minutes at the most in this coming game, unless there's a calamity at halftime and Ten Hag needs to sort of, he's forced into a tactical substitution, an injury-induced substitution. Then we might see Casemiro earlier. But that's just my prediction. That's the preview. This is just a projection of what might happen when we're looking at the circumstances, right? The Antonio context of the situation. Now, Man United is ranked 11 in shots on target per match. 11th. And on the Spurs side, another tidbit I want to share is that Heung-min Son is ranked 3 in big chances created in the competition, right? He's ranked 3rd. He's created 11 chances, but guess what? Heung-min Son is not here. Heung-min Son's gotta be in Asia, so it's gonna be actually a stripped down Spurs because they're also probably gonna be missing who else? Sa? Bissouma? Yeah, there's definitely Son is not there. Who are the other? There's gotta be a few notable absentees, and I'm gonna ask for my input from my boy Mark about this. Let me actually get Mark in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Let me do the drum roll for Mark. Mark.
Big up, Papy. What's good, my bro? What's good?
I hate your voice, Mark.
Yeah, man, Lutata will hate my voice because I'm always against him, bro. It's one of those things. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
I guess that's why he hates
So
Erik
he
ten
should
Hag
say
voice.
he hates your opinions, not your voice. He should say that.
Probably
But
both.
anyway,
You never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. I'm curious. Who are the players that are going to be missing for Spurs? It's Son and who else?
Son, Bissouma, Sa. VDB is still probably injured. Christian Romero is coming back, but I'm happy he's coming back because that dude's a red card waiting to happen and a penalty waiting for us. You know what I mean? And he owes us a penalty. He owes us a red card. Maybe he comes back and gives it to us everything on Sunday. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Happy Thanksgiving.
You know what, Mark? With what you said, thank you for that Spurs update.
All these guys, I'm there.
I'm there, Mark. I'm there. I'll be there on Sunday.
Big up to Luan France, Niall Kane, Compo Smurf, Danny B. Like Danny B is saying, Benfica is doing proper business. Yeah, they got Varela last year. They got Marcus Leonardo, and we wanted him. And he's saying that they're now trying to rob us Fernandes. But you know what? Fernandes is not for sale, guys. Like, I've been hearing about the Fernandes thing for weeks and weeks. And the only way that they were probably gonna get Fernandes if they were gonna give us João Neves, right? Yeah. But they don't want to give us João Neves, so they're not getting Fernandes. So that one, you could put that one to bed for now. Fernandes is still on loan. He might be called back to United to replace Luke Shaw if Malacia is not fit by next week. If he's not on grass and available by next week.
Come on. I mean, I'll be excited about that. I want to circle back to something I talked about earlier on. Brendon asked a very interesting question. If you look at managers like teachers, which homework will you and what do? Would you do Ten Hag's homework, Mark?
Well, I mean, if he's your teacher, right?
Between Ten Hag and Postecoglou, who's going?
I would do Ten Hag's homework. You know why? For me, he's easy to deal with. You know exactly what he wants. He seems like the kind of guy that tells you, listen, I expect this. That's easy. You have to do this. It's simple. For me, Poch is more like, I need to do this, but then do a little bit more for extra credit. You know what I mean? And I don't feel like Poch is genuine to the sense that
Poch, but Ange. You want to say Ange, right? You say
Ange. I think Ange is not a bad coach. Like as much as I make fun. I never discriminate his coaching ability. You know what I mean? I make fun of Spurs, but I never discriminate Ange's ability as a coach. But I would always tell people, like, there's a big difference in the circumstance with Spurs. Spurs had a squad meant for expansive attacking football, and they had a defensive-minded coach who was Conte. If you look at their starters right now, 90% of them were fringe players last season. And that's a big thing you have to remember, because it's a whole shift in Spurs. All the fringe players last season are starters and substitutes, and all the starters last season, most of them are on the fringes this season at Spurs. So we didn't have that dynamic at United, unluckily enough. We have a more expensive squad, and that's disappointing. If you understand, look at it this way, right? Kulusevski, you could probably think he's a football intelligent player, and he has good ability as well, right? So he could probably fit in almost any system. James Maddison, Son, these guys have football intelligence, lots of it. You know what I mean? When you look at some of the players we have some talented players, but some of them are talented, they don't have a strong mentality. Some of them are talented, they don't have a strong work ethic. Some of them are talented, they have no football IQ. Then you want to play one of the most football IQ intensive systems in the world, which is possession-based football. One pass and move. It's very high IQ football. You got to read where the pass is going to be rather than where you are standing. And a lot of our players don't know that. So it's like, when you expect too much, and look at it this way. This is why I always compare Antony to Rashford. Luan, don't be mad at me, but I will always compare the two of them because, in my opinion, they're similar players, right? Antony is inconsistent this season. Last season, he was okay, right? And if we want, we could throw Jadon Sancho in because he's played 85 games for Manchester United. He has 12 goals and 8 assists. Antony has what? 8 goals, 5 assists or something in what? 50-something games? Right? I'm just saying. Rashford, right? If we subtract last season, right? Rashford would have played 8 seasons and had 79 goals for Manchester United, right? Last 79 or 89 goals. Right now, I think the 30 goals he scored took him to 120 something, right? That he has right now. But he's if Antony had scored 2 goals this season, he would be our best winger this season apart from Garnacho. So if we minus Rashford goals and we look at his performances all season, it's been sickening. You know what I mean?
I hear.
And he's not, and it's like, okay, I'm fair enough if you want to get Antony out. He's not a baller, but let's get both of them out. Rashford, Antony, let's sell both of them this season, if that's the case. Because what's the argument for Rashford? One season he's ever scored more than 30 goals in his career, and we're like, oh, he's amazing now. But for the last 7 years, he was rubbish. He was average. We were always hoping for him to do better next season. We always had some excuse on why he will play better, why he will do better. And then when he's not doing well, we're always making excuses. Well, maybe he's dealing with a lot this season. Maybe he's dealing with this. Maybe this is a problem. There's no Luke Shaw.
No. On that one, like actually, he mentioned Ten Hag in the press conference. He was asked about this, and he was like, Antony has been distracted by off the field issues. That's a big part of like what his performance. And actually, I was like, that part took me aback because usually managers don't like to give excuses in public to defend players like that. But this was I was like, Ten Hag, okay, this is interesting. So it's a do or die for me anyway. This season, for the rest of the season, Antony has to show us like what he's gonna do. Because like,
I'm not saying that as well. I'm not saying that as well. I'm just saying if we're keeping the energy, let's keep the energy across the board. Let's keep the energy for every single player. Let's not make excuses for one we're not making for another, right? And Never Miss Rob is saying excuses, right? But who makes more excuses for Marcus Rashford than him? You know what I mean? People say that another manager is going to get the best of Marcus Rashford. That's what he thinks, right? Like another manager is going to get the best of Jadon Sancho. That's what everyone thinks. You know what I mean? Yeah, he could keep saying that the word excuses. It's like it's just like the nutshell word that people are using now. Standards. Okay. I have standards for my club. Yeah, where's your standards, bro? Chelsea's been in 10th for the last 2-3 months, bro. Like, are you gonna tell me you have standards and you've been sitting in 10th for majority of the season? People say, look how good a job Eddie Howe is doing. Well, Eddie Howe has been behind Eriktenhag since he took over at his job. He's never once eclipsed eriktenhag since he's been a coach at Newcastle with a bigger funding. You know, he has a better system and a better structure around him, and he still can't do better than eriktenhag. So it's like all power to Ange Postecoglou right now doing what he's doing with Spurs. You know, but then again, I always say like the top 6 teams right now are in different stages of a rebuild. Look at Man City, right? Man City had no De Bruyne and they missed Rodgers for some games. People stopped talking about Man City winning the league for a few weeks. Didn't you notice? They were in 4th. They were about to be in 5th.
Yeah, but Man City's case is different. Pep did say like he's gonna win the league this season.
Well, true. Pep says he's gonna win the league, but they were getting battered without 2 players. They were missing 2 players and they were losing games back to back.
Yeah,
You know, just like Spurs. So for me, it's like football is not linear. It doesn't work like this perfect set line. You're going to do this because on paper, we look like the better team. The best team always wins on the game, on the day. That's why the World Cup is exciting to watch, because Morocco could beat Spain. You know what I mean? Uruguay could beat Brazil.
Sure.
You don't expect those things.
So I expect is Spurs beating Man United. What's your hunch? Since this is a preview conversation, what is your opinion? Is Spurs winning against Man United?
What? Repeat that 1 second.
You were reading the comment. I say, is Manchester United beating Spurs, or is it going to be?
I honestly think we're going to beat Spurs, and the reason why I say that is because I think we lost the game ourselves against Spurs the first time we played them. People might disagree with me, but we had the most chances in the first half. If we had scored those chances, been clinical, if our players have been clinical, then obviously we'd have won against Spurs in their first outing. You know what I mean? We'd have beat them handsomely. We probably scored 3 in the first half alone. So I'm saying, and if we got that, I'm not even mentioning the penalty and the red card. I'm not even mentioning that. So that's another goal. That would have been 4, right? I'm just saying it's one of those things where United has been more consistently performing well. Even though we lost some games, we have been a tight, more compact defense in those games. The midfield was performing better. We were just missing a lot of key chances that, you know, when you miss too many chances in football, it's like the history of football. When a team misses so many chances, you already thinking, you know what, if this other team score, we're going to lose the game. It happens to every football team. If you create lots of chances and then you don't score and the other team gets a chance to score, the whole game flips on its head.
Let me flip the question for you real quick, Mark. Who's going to create more chances, Man United or Spurs?
Man United.
Man United. All right. If you say that.
All these guys, I'm there.
If you look at the statistics and chances created for the last 7 games, Man United's ahead of Spurs by far. You know what I mean?
I hear you. For me, that's going to be a very, very big important factor on sort of how to sort of judge the game. It's like I'm going to put the goals aside and be like, which players are creating the chances? Which players look like they actually have a more effective system? You know, Never Miss Rob says, I prefer not to speak.
I think the real question is clinicality, Papy.
Yeah.
I think as if we could be more clinical. I don't think, for me, chances created, 6 having more possession means nothing if we're not putting goals in the back of the net. A lot of people talk about defense wins games and titles. That's bullshit, in my opinion. Sorry. You know, goals win games. Goals win titles. If you score more goals than the opposing team, you win the game. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's like, it's one of those things for me. I think if let's say in all the injuries we have, if it was up front and our back line was untouched, I think we'd be in top 4 already this season, comfortably. You know, I mean,
we're not that far off. It's just a couple of wins, and then, you know, we're in the conversation.
Let's not talk about that right now, Papi, because a lot of the fans in here, they're not going to like that. They're going to think, you know, we're doomed. We're going to finish at the bottom of the table. The way that, you know, when United wins, the win is never good enough. When we lose, we are rubbish. If we win, we're still rubbish. So right now, just let the results speak for themselves. This is what Jadon Sancho should do. I'm adopting this for the rest of the season. I'm going to let the results of the team prove me right on why I was backing this manager and backing these players to find themselves. Because as much as I don't like some of these players, I think it's disingenuous to say that they are all rubbish and they are so terrible, because when you look at how many new facets are added to the team, Kobe Mainu, Garnacho, you have Hoyland in there, you have the defense rotating pairings all season, 10 different pairings. It's one of those things where the players, they know what to do. They might have a different gelling with other players. It's like when Delo plays on the same side with Antony. He has a better game. When he plays with Wan-Bissaka, he's not certain if he should go because Wan-Bissaka is always overlapping. It's one of those things. It's communication. So people say, the team should be gelling already. But when you say it in 18 months, these players ain't actually together for 18 months. You know what I mean? They had a World Cup in between. They had about 4 different, national team breaks for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then they had vacation. So like this season now is where they're really starting to get to know each other.
Mark. The other players also had national team duties.
No, that's what I'm saying. So if you look, I'm just saying that because look at Chelsea, look at City, right? Without De Bruyne alone, look at City.
Yeah.
City should be in first place. They're the best. Everyone says City is levels above everyone else in the league, and they're in 4th place.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like look at Arsenal. Arsenal lost to West Ham 2-0. Arsenal lost to Fulham 2-0. I mean, we lost to Nottingham Forest the same week, but we scored a goal. What are we gonna say about Arsenal? They've been together for 4 seasons.
I hear you. I wanna quickly before we transition to our power predictions table. I wanna really quickly talk about the other surprise transfer that we did not anticipate. Eric Dier.
Yo, something wrong with football, bro. You see this, bro? I did not believe this, bro. I did not believe this, bro. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Never Miss Rob saying all this copium.
Yeah.
All this copium. But listen, what is Bayern Munich thinking signing Eric Dier?
Bro, you just go watch Eric Dier perform at Bayern Munich. That's how sometimes these things
listen. I mean, we say the Bundesliga is not as good as the Premier League, guys, but I'll be honest with you all. It's not that bad, bro. It's not that bad. Eric Dier is not suddenly going to be a star center back, bro. Like, what are we doing here, man?
Watch Dier get a Champions League goal. Watch Dier get, it's gonna be.
These are the mad things that actually might happen. To be fair, like you don't rate some players, but then those players are the ones turning up because we don't rate Scott McTominay. No one here rates Scott McTominay, and this guy on 10 goals already this season, 8 or 10 goals. You know what I mean? And no one rates this guy. You know what I mean? And I swear to God, this is the one problem, and I have with Ten Hag is Scott McTominay. But at the back of my mind, I always would say, this guy wanted him out of the club this summer. The club did not want to get rid of him, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Luan. I apologize. Okay, I apologize. But I'm not apologizing for Eric Dier because he's rubbish, bro. I mean, imagine that guy getting called up to England ahead of Tomori and thing like, what Gareth Southgate on, bro? I want that copium.
Dier is not horrible. He's an okay player. In my opinion, he's an okay player. No, Mark, no, for real. He's an okay
Evans
player.
Better than Dier, bro. Let me have an argument. Chat. Come in the chat. Let me see right now, right? Smasher 1 if Johnny Evans better than Eric Dier. Smasher 2 if Eric Dier better than Johnny Evans. You hear what the chat's saying about that? Because that ending that debate right there.
1 for if you rate Dier over Evans, 2 for Evans over Dier, right? Is that what you said? Look at the one.
No, I said 1 for Evans, 2 for Dier.
No, you said 1 for Dier.
Compose is on it, bro. Nobody rating Dier over Evans, bro. Anybody rating Dier over Evans, man, they're insane.
Bro, number 1 is Evans says composed. Danny says 2 now. Yeah, because okay. Well, it's gonna be interesting. We'll see what happens.
This other debate I want to pose to y'all, right?
Yeah.
some people might get mad, but okay, Jadon Sancho goes to Dortmund, scores 15 goals, has 15 assists, right? Just so wait. Does he get selected? Does he get a call up for the Euros? Hold on.
Okay,
Does he get a call up for the Euros for England?
The club,
Right?
okay.
Or here the alternative.
Hmm.
La Liga's player of the month or the season this month. If he goes on to score 20 goals and let me say get 12 assists, would he get the call up for England?
Southgate is blind. So my quick response to that is probably not. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Like Eric Dier has more chance of being called up than Jadon Sancho, in my opinion. Because Southgate is Southgate and he's blind like that. That is just my inclination. But anyway, Luan says it means he's been treated unfairly at United. That's all. How does it make you feel when you see Jadon Sancho kiss the Dortmund badge like that? For me, like that had a little bit of like.
I am 100% glad that Ten Hag shut him out of the club right now. That justify Erik Ten Hag shut him out of the club. You see kissing that Dortmund badge on loan? You know what people don't understand? He on loan.
Yeah.
He have 2 more years at United, people. Right? I just want you all to understand. He's contracted to Man United for the next 18 months. And he's kissing a Dortmund badge on loan. Mwah. Bro, now I understand that's the club that you came from. Yeah. But you're under different management right now.
Yeah.
You signed to Manchester. It have young children wearing your kit. Number 25 this season on their backs going to games. And I am all well okay with him saying, walking back into the training room, he feel the memories of nostalgia of where he came from, he started here and he developed here and it was, but when he says like home and you're so happy to be back, bruv, you're slapping me in my face there.
I know, Luan, and it wasn't just directed to Ten Hag. I think it's directed to all the toxic fans that were anti Jadon Sancho.
No,
for me, it has the same weight as that video of Tupac like spitting at the cameras. It's like I don't give. I'm an out. Like a little bit of like Jadon Sancho. Why did you do that? Never Miss Rob says, I love it. Only I can speak of Sancho, my son. I want to hear your opinion.
Forget Never Miss Rob. He's not even Trinidadian, so there's no way he could have been Sancho parents. So forget that. You just go. I's the only man here could speak on Sancho because me and Sancho from the same part of the region. Okay? Same red, white, and black running through my veins and his veins. So this is why I'm saying, right? Yeah. I back Sancho, bro, like 100%. You know that, bro. I back him. And I hope that he would apologize because whether you like it or not, bro, you don't have to. Any managers normally do this to lots of players. And if I said a sentence, Papy, never Miss Rob talks too much shit. Never Miss Rob not go and cry about that tomorrow. You know what I mean? He just know that that's just me making a comment, and I could be talking even more shit than him. You know what I mean? Understand what I'm saying?
It's so divisive, Mark. I want to hear a different voice real quick. Let me put you in the green room and hear from the one and only Sashiv. Let's hear Sashiv's opinion. What's good, Sashiv?
Big up to Papy and Mark and every one of you in the chat. Hope you all are very, very good. And Botswana, that's your new setup. Is that your new house?
No, I'm in a hotel. I'm traveling around the world, bro.
Oh, you're traveling. Nice. To where, buddy?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm actually doing work stuff in New York,
Oh, New York.
Yeah. That's why this week I haven't been streaming a lot. But real quick, where are you? Where are you on the Jadon Sancho divisive topic? Where are you?
I said this on the Reckless Thoughts on KG's channel. Never wanted Sancho. He doesn't have the right mentality to be a Manchester United player. Never. I was done with him. I was done with this. You know what, Papy? I was so done with Sancho after when we lost 3-0 in the Europa League. I was done with Sancho. I'm like, nah, this guy, he ain't it. He doesn't win any 50s on the ball. He doesn't even track. But I've watched Sancho this whole last season. He was never been involved in like any games. Okay, first half, okay, good, okay, he's doing fine. But second half, like there was a reason why he usually comes off early. You know, when the subs were usually made from last season, and I think, I mean, Ten Hag is right about Sancho, my friend. He's right.
Bro. Yeah, man, it's one of those that for me, I wanted him to work out because he's one of those players that I felt like a Ten Hag system would suit him really, really well.
It would suit him, but the problem is he's not listening. He's not listening to Ten Hag. He's not.
Let me show you where I am. My relationship with Jadon Sancho. This is right. This is
No, it has to be broken. No.
No.
Done. I'm done with him. I'm done with him. Sorry, it's done.
Oh, it is done for you.
I'm done. I was done since the last season of Sevilla. I was done with this guy.
Let's hear a different voice real quick. Before I do that, please guys, smash a like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I want to say big up to all the island people in the house. We have, Luan, we got Joe, we got Mark. I'm an island boy. You know that song? Sancho is just trying to make it. He's an island boy. Never miss Rob. Let's talk, bro. Let's talk. Sancho's dead.
Listen. Why everybody keep coming about my son? First of all, let me tell you, I am so happy he's gone. I am happy. This is the happiest I've been. I'm glad that he has left the club. I am glad he has gone to Dortmund to ball out. He kissed the badge. He saw Marco Reus. He's like, hey, where's Jude Bellingham? He's like, hey, where's Haaland? And you know what? I'll still cook with whoever's left here. He's playing Dier right now. He's going to play the Champions League. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. He doesn't do ATH and his nonsense. Because listen, people are like, oh, he doesn't have the intensity. So you see on the pitch, you look at the pitch, don't you, Sancho? Does that give intensity? But yeah, you're benching the smartest player. For example, our smartest player is Jadon Sancho, Eriksen, Kobe Mino, Casemiro, Martinez, the end. Those are our smartest players. Now, none of them are playing. But hey, you want to play? But hey, the bad want to play Marcus Rashford. You want to play Antony on the right. Remember last year we were on Planet Fast Stream, and I was coming down on Antony like he's not good. He's not good. I'm like, play Sancho. He's not good. Now we've come to the conclusion that he's really not good. And then you heard what Michael said in press conference. Oh, he's dealing with outside issues. Then go deal with it then. Sancho had outside issues. Where did he go? The mountains. Ronaldo had issues. Where did he go? Portugal. And he came back when you're ready. Come back when you're ready. Don't try to come in here and try to help the team. You're not helping. You're useless. Go handle your business. You have issues. Go handle that and come back when you're ready. But either way, back to Sancho, the golden boy. But listen, I'm happy he's gone. I'm happy I could finally watch Borussia Dortmund. I'm watching Dortmund. I'm watching Getafe. If Fernandes goes to Benfica, I'm watching that too. Angel Gomez and Leo, I'm watching that too. Frankfurt with Johnny Van de Beek, I'm watching that too. Young players, listen, I don't know any young players watching the stream, but young player from Manchester United, please leave the team. Dan Gore, please leave. Kobe Mino, go to Brighton. Kobe Mino, go to Brighton. I do not need any young players. Listen, Kobe Mino is a generational talent. I do not trust him under ETH. ETH will destroy him. I'm telling you right now, ETH will destroy him.
Is this how you really feel? No, are you believing what you're saying?
Yes, I don't trust this manager. I do not trust this manager with these players. I don't. Look what he's doing with Kobe Mino. Kobe Mino is generational talent. That's a baller there. That's a baller in midfield, and you put him with McTominay and Bruno Fernandes. What are you doing here? Garnacho, a baller prospect, baller on the right wing. Yeah, ETH promoted him. Yes, ETH promoted him like he should have. But again, you're pairing him with McTominay and Bruno Fernandes. What are we doing here? Garnacho, a baller. He could be something great. But you decide I'm putting him on the right wing, I'll put him on the left wing, or to satisfy Rashford, or to satisfy your golden boy Antony. Listen, the faster this manager is gone, the better it is for the players. Look at Haaland. You bought Haaland, you never used a mount. I don't know what kind of injury. Malasia, mysterious injury. Martinez come back, I'm not sure it's going to be the same. But we wait and see. Who else is there? What other players there? Who is Casemiro? Thank God is coming back. Who else is coming back? Luke Shaw. Listen, Luke Shaw's coming back. Listen, that's great. Dallo has played consistent minute all day. This man needed rest. Thank God Luke Shaw is here to give him rest because Regular was there. The man didn't play Regular. Yo, I'm tired of this man. Get him out. Get him out. Look, these are the issues.
Oh, I can't believe what you're saying these words.
Listen. Who do we sign on loan? Regular, right? We sent him back, right?
Yeah.
So now we need a left back. Are they going to recall back Álvaro Fernandez or not?
Mark said most likely. Yeah. I mean, Malacia is also coming back as well. So
we don't know about Malacia. Malacia's over there babysitting Rashford. So we don't know. They're both together.
Ten Hag said Malacia is on the way.
Ten Hag said this, Ten Hag said that. I don't believe him. I just look at what happened on the pitch. Don't talk to me. I don't listen to his press conference. You know that, right? I never listen to his press conference ever since last season.
I know.
I will never listen.
I'm here trying to tell you.
You're telling. I'm not listening. I'm sorry. I'm not going to listen to that. I'm ignoring that. Wait till the match day, and I will see what happened on the pitch. Because you're saying training level, training intensity. Look at the quote, Mac. Training level, training intensity. Then when it's time for the test. When it's time for
testing wasn't good enough, apparently. That's what he
exactly.
said.
But when it's time for the test on match day, I'm looking at all these players failing, and so I don't get it. I don't get it.
He says I should bring back Mark to talk to you for a second. Hold on. Let's bring
there's nothing Mark could say. Like I'm ready to ETH out.
1 minute. I want Mark to respond to this before we move on to the power predictions real quick. Mark. Did you hear?
I agree with him in some things that he said, and that's the problem that he don't understand. Like I agree, Marcus Rashford should have been dropped for Jadon Sancho. But you see, when he talk about Antony, I was trying to remember if he living in the same reality I live in Jadon Sancho is a left winger. If you're playing FUT on FIFA and FC24, he's a left winger. He's not a right winger. Jadon Sancho wants to play off the left. This is what not only Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has said, even Ralph Ragnick has said so, right? So when we talk about the problem and we throw it on Antony's shoulder, glad we throw it on Antony's shoulder because the real problem is the dig that he threw on that number 10. If he didn't know he was getting the number 7 and he tell them he want number 10. You know why he want number 10? Because if he comes back to United, he wants to take the number 10 from Rashford. If all they don't pay attention to things, you all think he followed with eriktenhag alone. Bro, the argument with the coaches that he had was with Steve McLaren and them over Rashford. Because the first person he called and say you all scapegoating him for is Rashford. He never talk about Antony ever. He wants to play off the left. Why would he argue to play on the right wing? Think about
Me talking about Antony was just throwing a shot at him because the man just said he wasn't fit because of what happened off field. The whole situation that happened in Brazil. That just me throwing a shot at Antony. It doesn't have to do with Sancho. Because the man just said, he's not mentally fit. If he's not mentally fit, why you put him on the pitch? Let him go handle that off field and come back when you're ready. Don't rush him back. But hey,
I agree with that. Like, I don't disagree with that. I agree with that completely. It's the same thing. Like, it's the same thing. The reason why I agree with that is because I don't think he should have keep playing Rashford game after game trying to get him into form. He should have just throw on Sancho. You understand? Right. Because in my honest opinion, that is the problem. The problem is Sancho not getting to play game time off the left, you know. We also arguing about this and whoever. At the end of the day,
that is true away. Because you know so funny what ETH did? Like, okay, you don't want to play Sancho. Okay, you didn't play Sancho on the left. Then when the whole thing happened with Sancho, you're able to put Rashford on the right. You're able to put Garnacho on the right.
No, like, bro, but you have to look at it circumstantial. Let me put it something. Let me put it like this, right, Olmo? And here why I blame Sancho more, right? Because literally he didn't say that, he didn't speak that tweet that same day. He would have been in the squad the very next match day because the very next morning is when they announced Antony suspended, right? So if he was smart, I just saying, if you want to, now listen, Sancho's argument is null and void, right? Because he's not arguing to be the best Manchester United player he could be. He arguing to be the best footballer he could be, right? Now, if he really care about Manchester United and that salary of 350k he gain every week, and he really want to be the best in the world, he'd have hush him out he'd apologize, and then he would have never say anything in the first place. He'd have wait a little few hours now, because the very next day he would have get his break. Because Antony was suspended, he'd have get 3 months to play football, bro. So the biggest blame had to rest on Sancho, because if you're looking at it, he had a pre-made time slot open for him. God preordained time for you to play football, bro. And you know what? You choose to sit down at home. He chose to sit at home.
I'm happy. I'm happy he did that.
All right, cool. And this is why I say to you, bro, I disappointed in Sancho, because for me, I still would love to have Sancho come and captain Trinidad to the World Cup, you know, because I know he never getting to play for England again. This is why I'm happy for Jamaica. This is why I'm happy for Jamaica, because I know in 2 weeks they're going to announce Mason Greenwood as a Jamaican player. And then when they come to the World Cup, they will bag up against England, and England will cry tears. Bro,
all right.
Always happen.
I pray that all of that happen.
This is gonna be an interesting situation. We'll watch it as it develops, guys. If you haven't hit the like button yet and you're here, I disgrace you, I cheat. Come on, hit the like button. Let's look at the predictions table, because we play this power predictions game today. Luton Town plays Burnley. I have to get your prediction while you're here, while you're watching.
Winning that game, bro.
You know, and then from there, like, you know, we can predict the other match day 21 fixtures as well. But we'll be back in a second and look at the table.
Bruno Fernandes! It's Martial! Just waiting on the back post, surely he'll be found! And scores! Premier League goal at Old Trafford!
All right, this is how things are looking after match day 20. Omo maintains first position on 52 points. Manj jumps up to second with 46 points. Matter of fact, this column on the left will show you the previous position that the players of this game had. Botswanapapi jumps up to third from fourth. R10 is, oh my goodness, in top 10, and Mark. Oh my God.
Bro. Terrible matric for me, guys.
Where's he at?
Terrible matric, bro. I had a horrid matric. All my teams didn't do anything,
happened?
bro.
Explain yourself.
Nah, they see that matric, bro. I'm telling you, being honest, I was hoping for United to win and for a bunch of upsets, right? And the upsets didn't pull off. You know what I mean?
Okay.
1 or 2 scores could have went my way. You know, I almost had them predicted, and then they slightly changed, like a goal score that changed it, making one more goal than it should have been, you know?
Get out of here, man. He sound like eriktenhag. He sound like eriktenhag. No, let's continue looking at the rest of the table. Let's look at the rest of the table. All right. So, guys, Luen also jumps up. Luen was on 7th, and Luen is right behind him. You better watch out. 4
Bro,
point
this week I had to come hard. I had to come hard this week.
Sash is right behind you, Mark. Sash is breathing down your neck, you know. I remember 7 Chelsea down. He's not far away, you know.
Oh no!
Yo, that last match game week, bro, was horrible for me, bro.
Yeah,
the last 2 match game weeks was horrible.
Our chances we go into the Champions League. You're definitely
Arteta, you're not too far away. Yeah? Botswana, you're not too far away either. You're on 40. You 1 point ahead of me and 1 point behind R10. Wait, you're supposed to be behind R10, bro. Because R10 are 41.
I know. R10 is out here like on some Leicester City vibes, you know. Stephanie is behind Chelsea Den. Matty is also in the conversation. Drax is right there. Real Malden, 19 points. Really, the biggest earner in match day 20 was Manj with 10 points. Big up to Manj for that. And also followed by Corner. Corner also is not too bad on 19th place. That was a big jump right there. Guys, if you're new to this game, you can participate. You see how easy it is to jump up the league table. All you have to do is give me your predictions for match day 21, starting with Burnley versus Luton Town. What are you saying? Let's just talk about that game right now, and then we'll end the stream and then talk about the rest of the games.
End the stream, Dave, blood.
Well, in the stream, Dave, you know. So okay, let me copy this, and then Omo, Mark, Sashiv, I need your match day 21 predictions. Let's talk about Burnley Luton Town.
It's going to be Luton winning.
Luton is winning by what?
Yeah. I don't know the players are going to international break, so I'll have to check. Probably 2-0. They play today, right?
Yeah.
Let me go. I'm looking at 2-0. I'm looking at 2-0.
Okay, 2-0. What are you saying, Sashiv?
Excuse me. I'm going with. I thought Burnley might have something, but I think Luton. Yeah, it's going to be kind of close. I'm going with 2-1 Luton. 2-1 Luton Town.
1 Luton Town. Okay. Superfly went with 3-1 Burnley. Okay, Superfly. Where? Let me put Superfly here.
Company hype is going to be over real soon, buddy.
Mark, what do you say? Burnley
3-0
versus
Luton. 3-1 Luton. I think it's a 3-1 Luton score.
3-1 Luton. Okay, I'm gonna go with Superfly. I'm gonna go with a Burnley win.
Hey, yo.
I know football. Me, I'm in the top. I'm higher. You know what I see. If I leave this game, guys, I'm gonna talk so much crap. Okay, all right. So I say it's gonna be a Burnley 2-0. 2-1.
What?
2-1 Burnley. Where's botswanapapi?
2-0 Burnley.
2-1 Burnley. What does R10 in the chat? R10 says
2-all. Yeah, he said 2-all.
Okay. All right, Luen, you have until kickoff. If you don't want to make your prediction right now, that's fine. Just go ahead and put a comment. We love the comments. They help the channel grow. So please put a comment on this video. Put in your score prediction. And that is how it's looking so far. I'm looking at you, Manj. I know you're going to want to put in your prediction before to maintain your lead, and everybody else too. Please don't forget. Luen sent on WhatsApp. Luen, 2024 rules. We have to send on a video. That's the thing. That's the new reformed rules that we're gonna go with. But I appreciate it, Luen. I know you said 2-1 Luton, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, Luen.
Yeah.
Luen usually sometimes copies some prediction,
No, but Luen made the prediction before you, so Luen sent it on a DM. Yeah. There we go, 2-1. Thank you for writing. Thank you.
Arton says 2-all. Superfly said 3-1. Anyone else in the comments coming in with a prediction for the score, guys?
Yes. Put it in the
Compose. Where's your score prediction, bro?
Right. You need to make it up the table. Where's Compost on the league table? Oh my goodness. If I have to keep scrolling, Compost.
He's not even on the table.
You're Compost.
Papy, just double check Luan's score and make sure it's 2-1 Luton, right?
Yes.
No,
it's a 2-1 Burnley. Oh, thank you. Luen, watch it be 2-1 Burnley, and then you're gonna regret it. Anyway, this is interesting. Luton to win. Everybody feeling like Luton to win. Wow.
Burnley might win because Burnley beat them the last time at Luton home.
That's where I'm at with it. You gotta judge the circumstances of the fixture. That's the whole buzzword for today. Comp did not show up for training. Says competition did not show up. Hey, R10 also talks a lot. We do not let R10 or me be the number one, guys. Please play the game. Yo, any final words, guys, as we close up the stream? What are you gonna say, Sashiv? Especially about Spurs United. I didn't ask you a lot of Spurs United question, like how you feeling about that one. Let's just close on that.
Oh yeah. I'm feeling kind of positive about this game. I did the stream this morning on my own show. So I did share the team news saying that Spurs are missing with very few key players like Sar, Bissouma, Son is going to the Asian Cup.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly too bad. So and then Ange is going to play highline tech. So it might probably suit us. It might probably suit us in this game.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's precisely tactically. I feel like they're playing into our hands. We know how Haaland is very fast. What are you saying?
Yeah, it's going to be the same thing as like Aston Villa game, probably.
Yeah. Omo.
I could see us winning this because
I thought you were gonna say
I don't see the edge ball working. I don't see the edge ball working because they're playing Old Trafford and they're gonna play high line. And we already for the past 4 games, you could see that we're a counter-attacking team. You play a high line against us, you're gonna give us a chance. We're gonna capitalize on it. And you try to play your funny pass at the back, we were gonna steal the ball and score on you. But we cannot build up. So just pray that they try to play that inverted nonsense and we just hit them on the counter. Because the Poro and the Doggy is going to come inverted. The wind's going to be open. We just have to take the advantage and just run them down all day. So the front line should be Rashford, Garnacho, Haaland. It must be those 3. And if it's not those 3, I don't see us winning.
Who's your front 3, Mark, as we're wrapping up the stream?
I would not start Rashford for any single game unless it's maybe like Luton or something. You know what I mean? I would probably start. What?
We play against Spurs.
Yeah.
We need speed and counter attack.
Bro, we need but that don't mean Garnacho can't offer the speed. I think you argue for one thing. I would have preferred to start Sancho against Spurs any day over Rashford, in my honest opinion.
But he's gone to loan.
Yeah, he's gone to loan, but I'm just saying, if I prefer to start Sancho, that means I don't care for Rashford's speed. Understand the heights. I don't need to spell everything out to you, Olmo. Come on, keep up. So I would start Garnacho and Pellistri, and I would put Haaland up front, right? Because I think Garnacho would do the same thing Rashford does, a bit more effectively, and I would think Pellistri would offer something different going on the next side. So that's why I would start. That's my front 3.
That's fair. Denny, sorry, I muted myself. Denny says Garnacho, Haaland, and Ahmad is the front 3 that.
That's a good shot.
Oh yeah, I forgot Ahmad was fit. So yeah, I would probably even start Ahmad over Pellistri. So
The players I've got to watch out for is Kulusevski and Brennan Johnson because they get the chance. They're gonna cross that ball in. Like we're trying to say my miss, but they're gonna like how many? You can't just miss like 10 chances.
R9.
Probably would miss 10 chances, bro. Like to be fair, but Brennan Johnson for me. I kind of a little bit worried about him, but he's not that effective and clinical too. So, like, in a way, I think I'm more worried about Kulusevski than Brennan Johnson. I think Kulusevski, if we could shut him down and score a goal in between, then we could put Spurs on the back foot. So, in my opinion, I think Spurs have a lot more to worry about than Manchester United in this game. If they had Son as well on this side, then I would say, United have a lot to do because Son is a lot of trouble.
I could see Spurs sitting back.
Yeah, I could see it, but I don't think they would sit back.
He never adjusts.
He would never do that, and if he don't do that, then
We'll
if he
see versus
he
this
play a
game.
hybrid system. So then, therefore, you would be very disappointed. I just know that.
I won't be disappointed if we set back because you could adapt what's going on. It's back to United. We are a counter-attacking team. You don't sit back. If you do not sit back against us, you're gonna eat like 4 or 5 goals.
They have Timo Werner, but
that's certain team you need to adapt to.
They have Timo Werner, but I would say I would think about what if he does it at Spurs, you know what I mean? But he just came in this week. If he starts, I would say I would be shocked if he starts, to be fair. But if he starts, I think it gives United a chance to win the game because I think he probably will get some chances, but I think he will probably miss some chances as well.
But they also got Daniel center back as well.
He missed more, just like Darren.
Yeah, but he probably just did his medical this week. I don't think he will start.
Yeah.
No, But listen.
But then if he
I
starts,
don't know, man.
all well and good. You know what I mean? All well and good. I mean, I would like to see what he's capable of because Manchester United was also looking at him. You know what I mean? Bayern Munich was looking at him.
That's the thing,
He's a
though.
decent player.
If he goes to Spurs and performs, then it's gonna be like, oh, Man United, we slept on Timo Werner. We were like rumored with him.
Nah. He wouldn't perform there. He cannot perform here. He cannot perform here. He won't perform here. He could score 10 goals for Spurs. He's not getting 5 here.
Oh Lord. Anyway,
I watched that game against Boro, man. Like he missed 3 open chances.
but to be fair, though, Kenny, you like to say to be fair. To be fair, Palmer, this is his first bad game for Chelsea. The game versus.
Yeah, I know, but the second chance he missed was so hilarious.
I know. Anyway, talking about that, where was Chelsea then after the Middlesbrough game? Where were you, Chelsea?
Crying, bro. I tell him, I'm messaging him. I said, Chelsea, you want no down, bro. You know, he's like, you know, we'll come back. So on the 95th minute, I messaged him. I was like, yo, you still going to come back? Or? And he was like, yeah, next game, you know, we'll win the next leg at home. So I was like, all right, cool.
You sure?
Yeah, that's what he told me. I could show you the message on the phone.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the end of the stream. His name is United Mark. If you want to follow him, Kenny,
big up.
If you want to follow him, and also Omo Solo on YouTube. All right, and if you just type Omo Solo, you'll end up to yours. Right?
Yeah, on Twitter complaining about the manager.
On Twitter, yes. Oh, Daddy Radcliffe. That's his other
Daddy
name.
Radcliffe.
Daddy Radcliffe.
Sancho's dad.
It's Sancho's dad today. Sancho's dad. I'm happy he's gone.
Oh, guys, I don't know if what Superfly was saying right before we close, but there have actually been reports that United and Real Madrid are thinking about swapping Vinicius and Marcus Rashford.
Swapping who?
Vinicius and Marcus Rashford. Vinicius Jr.
Vinicius Jr., are you crazy? Yeah, man. False information, fake news. No.
He decided to mix the whole him and the Copium together.
Yeah, the fact that he didn't say his name right, you can tell it's a vicious lie. Exactly. Football Power Hour. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Please hit the like button. Thank you, Mark, for that awesome joke. That was the best joke to close on. Hey. When eriktenhag sees Ange Postecoglou, I hope it's going to be something like that. We out of here. Please give me your score prediction. Don't forget that. Let me know your opinion on the Jadon Sancho topic. It's a very, very, very divisive topic. I want to know where you stand because some other people in the club have even seem like they're supporting it. I'm not even talking about, I'm talking about Benny McCarthy. There we go. He's also liked. He's given Jadon Sancho, bro, good luck. The heart and the crown. Benny McCarthy has given Jadon Sancho the crown. Look at that. Everybody is happy. Also, what's his name? mancity player Haaland. He's also liked that Jadon Sancho post as well. It's looking like some people are happy about this resurgence. I will see you guys on the happy hour. Matter of fact, today's host is going to be the Manchesterunited, but I will be there. Matter of fact, it's not I will be there anymore. In 2024, we say, I am there.
All these guys, I'm there.
Yes.